Well, hey, y'all, welcome back. I'm going to do a cream of chicken soup today. I was going to wait several weeks to do this before I posted it, but after Monday of posting the cream of mushroom soup, I had so many people send messages and make comments on the cream of chicken. So this is the way I have always made cream of chicken soup. This is the one that's in my cookbook that you can find on my website. And I've just got my electric skillet here, and this is the one that I cooked the chicken breast in. I had 2 chicken breasts. I didn't do anything fancy to them. I didn't even season them. Well, let me go ahead and put this butter in here. I've got 4 tablespoons of some butter, and I'm just going to put it in here and get it going. Woo, get in there. So anyway, I thought I would just jump ahead and go ahead and show you how I do my cream of mushroom soup. And I am going to double this recipe as well. And I've got my electric skillet on about 275. And we're going to start out with that because who knows, this thing has a mind of its own. And I have never made cream of mushroom soup using the powdered dry mix. I know there's one that's very good. My good friend Farm Cooking with Nan, she's made some cream of chicken soup mixes out of powdered milk stuff and bouillon, and you go check that out if you want to. And if Nan did it, I know it's good. But this is the way I like to do it, and this is just some cooked chicken. You could use canned chicken. You could use rotisserie chicken. You could use barbecue chicken for a different flavor. And this will be a good soup, but it'll also be a wonderful ingredient. Now, this chicken is done, so I'm not doing anything except just kind of warming it up and waking up the flavors. And while that's doing that, I've got 2 cloves of garlic, and you can use the jarred garlic if you want to. If you don't have any garlic, you could use garlic powder and just use, if you're doing 1 serving, use 1 teaspoon or to taste. Or if you're doing 2 servings, use 2 teaspoons or to taste. And so since I'm doubling this, I'm just going to add 2 cloves. And one of the things that's on the list of things that I want to do with y'all before the holidays is to roast garlic. I like to do a lot of that up before the holidays because, you know, roast garlic doesn't last just forever. And so you got to kind of use it up. But we did this yesterday, and I think I like this technique. So I'm going to show y'all today just in case you missed Monday's episode of Soups with Kimmy. That's really not what it was called. Anyway, I saw Gordon Ramsay do this, and I thought, I like it, and so I did it, and it worked. You just take your garlic and just put just a little bit of salt on it, and that's going to help it to kind of break it up and give it some grit. And then you just take your knife, and you just mash it. Of course, now Mr. Gordon, he's a lot stronger than I and everything, and so, you know, he's going to mash it better than I am. All right, that's going to be a plenty right there. And the way I got this, of course, if you watched Monday, you saw how I soaked my garlic in water for a little while till it gets that paper off, and it doesn't make your hands aren't as sticky gummy as they are sometimes whenever you're dealing with fresh garlic. So, all righty, now give this a little stir. Give that garlic a little chance to cook. Okay, now you're going to need, of course, I'm doubling this as I've said. I'm going to use 2 teaspoons instead of 1 of onion powder. Now you can put it in the milk, which is what we did Monday, or you can just sprinkle it around here, which is what I'm going to do today because you can do it ever how you want to. And this is to taste. And then I've got 2 cups of whole milk, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to this. Now, I'm not going to add any salt or, I'm going to go ahead and use this popsicle stick, any salt or pepper because right now I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use this in, what recipe. And different ingredients will have different amounts of all of that sodium and stuff in it. And so there's no reason just to bombard ourselves with salt. Everything's too salty anyway, y'all. All righty. Give this a little stir. Give this a little stir around. Okay. And I'm just going to pour it in. And I'm going to let this kind of come to a boil a little bit, and then we'll cut the fire down and just let it get thick. I was watching something on the television a while ago, and she added a can of cream of chicken soup to it, and you know it's got so many chemicals in it, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up some. But anyway, and it was yellow, and I thought, I just don't know, y'all. You know, after you hadn't ate something for a while, and then you look at it, you go, what was I thinking? Of course, if you are gluten-free, and you go to a potluck, and they say, oh, this is gluten-free, this casserole, and you say, did you use cream of mushroom or cream of chicken soup? Yeah. Well, okay, therefore, that person cannot eat that product. But these cream of soups like this are just delicious, and they're easy to make. You know, and if you buy a package of chicken breasts that has, say, 6 chicken breasts, and you only need 3 or 4 of them, you can put those other 2 chicken breasts in a Ziploc bag and stick it in the freezer. And then whenever it's all dried out, you come back and you take it out and cook it and feed it to your dogs. Or you could go ahead and just make up an ingredient like this. Turn that up a little more. You make an ingredient like this, because cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, and the cream of celery soups that are in my cookbook, you leave in the refrigerator for about a week, but you can freeze them for up to 3 months. So instead of letting those old chicken yard bird breasts go to waste, go ahead and pop them in your skillet and make yourself up an ingredient. This is going to be delicious, and I am going to freeze this just like I did the cream of mushroom. And to me, this is looking pretty good. Now, the cans of cream of mushroom soup are 10.5 ounces, and you can simmer this down to exactly that. Yeah, there's no, unless you're baking something, there's no reason to just be so all fired. You got to have it exactly. You know, 1 grain over 1/8 of a teaspoon is too much. No, it's not. We're not making dynamite around here. All righty. That's enough of that. I was about to get on a soapbox, wasn't I? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this fire off, because I think this is good for me. And let's just, the magic of television, I have a bowl. So let's just get us just a little bit of this. Now, if you had a recipe that called for cream of chicken and cream of mushroom, you could do it all in one pot. You could have, stop moving. You could have your chicken, you know, your 8 ounces of chicken ready to go, and your 8 ounces of mushrooms, diced ever how small you want them. Have them all ready to go, and you could cook it in the same thing, and then you've not got every pot in the house dirty. But if you've got somebody that's sick and they got their tum-tum hurts, or they just don't feel good, chicken noodle soup is really good. This is excellent. If you can have noodles, you can throw some egg noodles in it and make just kind of a creamy little dish that'll make them feel better. Let's see what we think. Y'all, that really has a good flavor. This will be great in any casserole that I want to put it in, or a bowl of soup, or with some noodles like I was telling y'all. All right, y'all, I'm going to freeze this, and if you want to see how I froze it, go back to Monday's video, and at the end of that, you'll see how I did the cream of mushroom. I'm going to do it the exact same way. And if you would like this cookbook, go to my website, KimmySouthernCooking.com, order it. I am the one that puts them in the mail, so you'll get something from me in your mailbox. And if I can figure out how to do a pre-order for my new one that I hope is here by the 1st of November, I'll do a pre-order. And if I figure out how to do that, y'all will be the very first to know right after me. So, okay. I'll see y'all next time. And you can do cream of celery just like this. So instead of using mushrooms and instead of using chicken, you can dice up your celery or your broccoli to the desired size and do it exactly like this. And you're good to go. Okay, y'all. Y'all gonna do something fun. I'll see you next time.